Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about the Carabao Cup, because there's quite a few narratives going on right now with this competition. Obviously into the semi-finals this week, with the first set of semi-finals as Arsenal playing against Newcastle and Spurs playing against Liverpool. And the main narrative is that all the managers are chasing a trophy. I mean, that's how football is. All managers are chasing a trophy at all times. They should be chasing a trophy. They should be trying to do something to, you know, excite the fans. But this is like each manager trying to chase their first trophy, basically. Obviously, Arteta's the only one that's actually won a trophy for the current club they're managing, but Arteta's not won a trophy with Arteta's team, if you get me, because obviously that Arsenal team that won the FA Cup all the way back in 2019, 2020, whenever it was, during COVID it was a team he inherited that season. Like, he got that team midway through the season and he took them to, you know, it's still an achievement, it's still a medal in his back pocket, which I'm sure he'll be happy about, but I'm sure he'll want to win a trophy playing his way with his team rather than a trophy that he's got. He probably valued this EFL Cup a lot more than that FA Cup. Despite the FA Cup being a more prestigious trophy, this is his team, and it shows that he can create a winning formula and a winning team, and it's just good for his CV, really, isn't it? But I think obviously Arteta's the one that's got to push on to it most. He's been pushing the Premier League for the past couple of years. They've put a lot of effort into this competition right now, and I think they had the easier opponent out of whoever they could have got. They like Spurs would probably be an easier opponent than Newcastle right now, but that's a North London derby. There's a bit more fierceness to it, and Spurs don't want to just hand it over when playing against Arsenal. And Liverpool, obviously on current form, are playing amazing. So Newcastle's probably the opponent that Arsenal fans would have wanted the most. Obviously, they probably would have wanted to see Spurs just because it's a North London derby. But playing it safe, Newcastle's probably the easiest game that they could have got. Arsenal should be getting to this final, but obviously Newcastle, Eddie Howe in the other dugout, he's fighting as well, because obviously he's taking over this Newcastle team that's taken over after a takeover, and a lot of money put into it, and the eyes are starting to look at him going, are you the man to take this team forward? And if he manages to win this competition, then people go, oh yeah, he probably is the man to take the team forward. Obviously last year in the Champions League they were underwhelming, but they did get put in the group of death at the same time. It's a bit of an and an ah of how Newcastle are going to do in this competition. I think they found a real nice bit of form right now. Arsenal are missing some injuries, so they might be looking at them going, oh, you know what, we might be able to get some out of this. And Eddie Howe will be like licking his lips a bit of going, oh, you know, there's a few injuries, they're not on the best form right now. They've got a game this weekend that they usually do struggle against Brighton. Brighton usually cause them a few problems, and that Newcastle might look at that going, you know what, they're here for the taking, let's try and take them. And then in the other semi-final, Ange, who backs himself to always win a trophy in his second season, is now in his second season, is now chasing a trophy. And playing against Liverpool, though, it's one of the tougher teams. They have to get a result. They have to get a result in that first game at the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. They have to get the result there. They really do. And then they have to try and get a draw at Anfield to try and minimise the threat that Liverpool give. But it is a very Spursy thing to do, to be winning that game and knocking Liverpool out of a competition only to lose the final to Newcastle, something like that. I think Ange can put up a fight. I think the Spurs team can put up a fight. I think the Spurs team's playing really well right now. Certainly, like Kulusevski also being the highlight player of the season for Spurs. For me, one of the best players in the Premier League right now. If you're not watching him, get watching him. And then obviously Liverpool against them. Arne Slot chasing down his first trophy. It could be his first of 4 on their current form this season. God, I hope not. God, that would kill me. But they're playing well enough for it. The players like Salah, Trent, Van Dijk, all killing it, but all out of contract at the end of the year. So they might be too busy talking about their new contract discussions with maybe other clubs, and their heads might be elsewhere. So Spurs could really have a good pounce at them here. I'm always just looking for a good underdog story, and I think Spurs and Newcastle are the underdogs in these two games. I do expect to see an Arsenal-Liverpool final, but if I see a Spurs Newcastle one, there'll be no complaints from me, because I'd be very interested in seeing which way that would go. Both chasing down a trophy, both have gone a long time without a trophy, both sets of fans needing that trophy. It'd be interesting to see how much fight them players can put up for that next trophy. My predictions, as I said, are Arsenal to win their games, Liverpool to win their games, and then me to win the final. We'll wait and see. I will do another one of these videos before the final, but it's heating up. It's heating up. There's a lot of chasing going on. And in the meantime, just my little talks about stuff like this. Go get on the TikTok, guys. Go get on the TikTok. That's the end of the video, guys. If you like the video, if you like to see more, subscribe and let me know your predictions in the comments. Thank you for watching, guys, and I hope I do catch you next time. Cheers.